So my father-in-law to be had a stroke and he's in rehab right now. So we've got to widen these doors. They're super skinny. They're like 24 inches so that he can get his walker through these. So the first thing that I'm doing, I couldn't find a crowbar. So I found this screwdriver here. Then I was like, I better put my gloves on and my safety glasses so I don't get any wood chips in my eye or on my fingers. And using this screwdriver it's okay. It's not as good as a crowbar, but I mean, it's working, but it's kind of damaging the molding there. So now I'm taking my oscillating saw and just cutting through the top right there. And then, oops, I broke the hammer that I was using. So I found a crowbar in the garage, and this is making the job way easier. So go ahead and get that baseboard off too, and we're going to cut that and reinstall that. Then we are going to use the oscillating saw to cut through the drywall. So I'm being very careful not to get near that outlet because I'm not touching that electrical. So I just hit that with a hammer so I can get in there and just rip that drywall off. This is so fun, y'all. So I'm just doing the same thing to the outer wall, and I'm getting better at this as I'm doing it. It's really fun. It's very satisfying. So now I'm just unscrewing the door from the hinges there and getting that out of there, and then taking the molding off and the door jamb from this side. And then I'm just measuring out where I need that door to go on the next side of the drywall that wasn't drawn already. So you're going to want to use a level so that the line is straight. And then you're just going to take that oscillating saw through it again and just get rid of that drywall. Now I cut through halfway at the bottom so I could see where that electrical was at, so that I made sure that I avoided it. But just pulling this stuff off is so much fun, you guys. Now be careful when you're cutting the baseboards down there so you don't get any of the wood flooring. So my part's all done here. I'm just waiting for my friend to come over to do the electrical part and help me. So while I'm waiting for him, I'm getting the nails out of this molding because we're going to reuse this. So I'm just sanding down all that old caulking and just getting it, looking a little bit better. Now my friend Mark is coming over and he has some excellent tips on how to finish this door. Nice. That is beautiful. Love it. All right, bye-bye. All right, so now he's cutting out that stud right there, and he's going to move it over and finish that electrical out. And very cool tip here, he carved out a notch in the top of this stud right here so that when he puts it in there, that the wiring will go through that. Very cool. All right, so now he's just getting that new stud in there, and then he's propping up a little piece in between the old stud that we took off and the new one, and then securing that with a screw. So you just go at it at an angle. So good.
See how it's sucked in?
Nice, yeah.
It's called toenailing.
Toenailing. So I'm learning a lot tonight here from him. So now he's just using that oscillating saw to cut out that old base and then getting rid of all that. Then we got the new door and just take off all of the packing stuff off of it. And then we're just putting the door into the frame. Now he's just leveling it at the top to make sure that it's level at the top. And this is where some shims are going to come in handy. So make sure you have shims right there at the bottom, that he's putting some shims right there to make sure the door is completely level. And then cool tip, if you take the middle screw out of the hinges, you can actually secure the door through that middle hinge so that you don't have a screw there. But a couple of them worked, a couple of them didn't. You're going to want to use your level, and then again, put those shims in there. And another cool tip, you put the shim in and then you screw it in there and it holds the shim right there. So he's just doing that around the door, and then it would not shut properly. This was not all the way into the indentation right here. So we made sure that we pushed that in and then re-screwed that back in. So here it is, almost done. I had to leave to go back home, so I need to put that molding on, but I need a new piece at the top that's a little bit longer than the one that I previously had. So I'll have to go to Home Depot and get that when I come back. But I hope this helps. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips and tools from Stacy DIY.